Hello, I'm the Mark, and welcome to Kerbal Space Program. Today I'm going to be attempting to do something new, Science Mode. This is the series in which I attempt to finish the entire tech tree. Like that's gonna happen. So I'm going to be allowing quick loading and quick saving because I cannot do anything if I don't have that. My first rocket is solely for the purpose of gaining science, which I need to unlock nodes in the tech tree. 2 mystery goo should suffice, and side solid rocket boosters. In case you're wondering why I put them on the side, it's because I want to be able to get the Kerbal out for surface samples, then get him back in to collect the optimal amount of science, which is, of course, all of it. My mistake, however, was putting these struts down to help the craft not fall over, because it makes the craft just tall enough that the Kerbal can barely get in if he uses his RCS pack. So, crew report, EVA while flying over Kerbal shores. Get the mystery goo. Mystery goo from launch pad. Now we do another EVA for surface samples on the launch pad. Then here's the problem, getting him back in. Oh, come on, Jeb, you could do it. Jump, jump. Ah, just barely got on. Now we are about to fix our staging. Then we are going to have liftoff, hopefully going towards the shore, because that has the most... or we could go the other way. Because why not? Don't crash, don't crash. Don't explode either. Don't do any of the dying. Deploy the parachutes to slow down. Come on. Any day now. Deploy. Come on. And we have the chutes deploy. Don't rip. Look at me talking to inanimate objects like they can hear me. And we have successfully reduced our speed down to 5 meters a second. Once we touch down, we can get EVA reports from the KSC home. It's incredible how they have all these giant buildings, yet they don't have enough science to get into space yet. Seems like a waste of government money. Then again, I don't know if there is government on Kerbal, because the only places, the abandoned airstrip and the old launch pad, don't have any Kerbals to collect tax money from. So maybe we are the last survivors of the apocalypse or something. Anyway, back to the video. We are about to... I want to go into space to collect science. Oh, and if you see that solid rocket booster there, you might be saying, oh, solid rocket boosters are very inefficient in space. You can't control them. Well, I don't need to control it. All I need to do is just have a little bit of thrust going upwards in that general direction, and hopefully we can get into space. Although one thing I didn't consider was the fact that we have no steering capabilities on our first stage besides reaction wheels, and those won't really help us when we're plummeting to our doom. You see, solid rocket boosters cannot be turned manually, unlike liquid fuel engines. So when my craft immediately starts flipping over, I say, hey, why don't we activate second stage to stabilize us, and, well, you can see how well that idea turned out. And Jebediah is dead. This time, hopefully, we will be able to steer. I've made the choice to activate the second stage boosters just a tiny bit to keep us from tipping over, and it works well. Separation of first stage solid rocket boosters, now engines at 50%, while cruising through the atmosphere, gaining speed, nearly 400 meters per second. Going up on the throttle a bit, full throttle. Ooh, got some flames going so fast. And this craft I actually built to be too efficient. It turns out we still have the last two stages and some fuel in our third stage left after we get to space. And of course we need to take the crew report and the EVA report. With that extra space where the solid rocket booster is, I could have put in a Science Junior or a Mystery Goo or a thermometer. But oh well, it still helps us not burn up during re-entry because we don't have a heat shield. Although I doubt it would explode because we're just coming in at over 600 meters per second. Oh, that's after slowing us down. Using our third stage, no, that's the fourth stage liquid fuel engine. No re-entry effects yet. Going at cruising 300 meters a second, 200. An EVA report available from the upper atmosphere. Then just burning the rest of the liquid fuel on that engine. Once we start seeing re-entry effects, we can use the solid booster to cancel that out. We're going so slow for a re-entry back to Kerbin, 200 meters a second. Falling, falling. Liquid fuel ran out. Stop time warp to decouple that stage, just to not be encumbered by it, dragging us down. And just wait. Ooh, the last stage coming up to meet us again, and some fiery effects. Activate solid rocket booster. The booster's so strong entirely, it manages to put us upward in speed for, I think it was, 115 meters a second. Now we're still going up. And finally falling back down. And this is another point in the video where I make a major mistake. I deploy my parachute because it said it was safe. Oh, but Mark, you do know you're going to gain so much speed while falling. It was destroyed due to aero forces and heat. Surprise, surprise. So this time actually checking to make sure it is safe. Risky. And we just time warp down to the ground. I'm getting a bit worried now because it's saying unsafe and we're only 5 kilometers up. But safe, and set it for 1,050 meters. Deployed, slow us down. Don't hit the, well, do hit it, but at a slow rate so we can get more science, because that's the objective of the entire series, is to finally unlock the final parts of the tree. Well, I've been Mark. I hope you enjoyed watching, and I'll see you next time.